And what's so interesting is every motion you make, you can actually experience the sensation of it. You are this wonderful, dynamic, sensory organism that's meant to expand every moment in this source energy that is part of what we're all made of. Hello, hello. This is Dr. B. This is Energy for Success. Welcome, welcome. This is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity we've got to be together. Today is going to be an exceptional opportunity for all entrepreneurs. If you're an entrepreneur and you're watching now, this is a talk that's going to be to the point on how you can avoid disappointment and how you could actually get through the mass of either overwhelm or confusion during the day when you're trying to negotiate something or make a sale or come up with a great project or a deal. This is Energy for Success. That's the name of the company. I'm Dr. B. The techniques that we've got for you to use have all been tried out. They're over thousands of years old that I brought back from 20 years in China. But let's get down to the point. What is it that gets in the way of most entrepreneurs? Is that you get, you have what you want, but you think that there's a step that you have to go through about how you're going to listen to the other person or how you're going to detect what's really the most important thing to be able to get them to want to go along with your opinion or your suggestion, your project. And often you're met with all kinds of resistances that have nothing to do with the fact you're really trying to make a contribution to people. You're really trying to help them. But in this wonderful discipline, Energy for Success, our website's energyforsuccess.com, that is a series of audios and videos and programs we've got for you that allow you to make yourself stronger and stronger every day, to allow your sensors to put yourself in the flow state, no matter where you are, is what's so important for people like you who are entrepreneurs. Let me give you an example. We had a gentleman the other day who was just, he was just fighting his way through a huge board meeting, and he couldn't get accomplished what he wanted to get accomplished, to get everybody to go along with him so that he could actually finally get this company together so he could sell the company. And he took a break and he called me and I said, I want you to do this practice, and I'm going to show you all this practice today, and you can use it in all your board meetings and preparing for any of your great projects that you want to focus on when you actually finish this wonderful Facebook Live. And so I showed him this wonderful technique, which you all should do right now with me. And after he finished the technique, he was able to go back in the boardroom meeting and come in there and handle everybody's, off the wall objection that really wasn't as important as what his really well thought out, wonderful plan for the company was. And he got everybody to actually go along with him, whereas before they were all resisting him. So what was this technique, and what are the techniques that I have to show you? They all come from the wonderful information from the years I studied under all the programs with the Grand Master in China in the mountains there, and translated materials from Lao Tzu and Wan Di that never been brought out for people to use. Like all the entrepreneurs are using them now. We've had thousands of testimonies of people who've been able to use it. So let's do one of those right now. So what I showed him was, take a look around you. So right now, just take a look around you and just look at any surface you can. No, come on, you can do it. I don't care what time of day it is. Look and see, or what time of the day. Just look around you, whether you're tired or whether you're awake. You're going to be in an entrepreneurial situation where you may not feel exactly a certain way, and you want the other party, though, to go along with your plan. So this whole process today is going to have you be able to cut through your confusion, your disappointment, your overwhelm when you're dealing with a number of different forces in front of you and you want to really make it happen as an entrepreneur. So right now, look around you and tell me what colors you see. And as you look around, you might see, well, I see a green plant, and I see a border that's on a picture that has a gold border. And then I see a uniform over there that's something that I have brought back from the hospital because I'm also a medical doctor. And there's some Chinese writing from one of the great temples that I brought back. And there's an old cloth that's 200 years old. But that's not enough. What if you were to look at all those things and say, well, look at the gold on that edge that's on that painting. Look how it's got this filigree to it. Look how it has a different surface that comes on it. Look at it like there's 3 or 4 different colors of gold that are surrounding that painting. And this plant here, Look how it's like green on top, and underneath is sort of a lighter green, and yet there's these little veins in there that are another color. And then, you know, as I look over here at this wood over here, this thing that was made for this clock, there's so many different colors of wood that make up the clock. What is it that's significant about that is that your senses, what you're made of, the eyes, the ears, the nose, the sensation of balance, all those are your massively wonderful, rewarding sensations that people just take for granted. People think that they're shoe leather and they just walk over their senses and become numb during the day. And what we want you to do, and what I want you to do, and what Lao Tzu and all the great grandmasters wanted you to do was actually be here and experience everything around you, because you can actually experience the space around you on either side, because you have sensations of balance and sensations of depth and sensations of thickness. You have sensations of colors. And when I showed this gentleman just in a 2-minute exercise, like what we've just finished doing, I said, now look, go back in your meeting and having all your senses open that you can detect, you know, who's around you, what's in front of you, not just in your head in terms of just your thoughts about what you want to accomplish and swashbuckling fighting, but actually going for listening while you're 360 and catching what everybody's saying, and also seeing what colors are there and also what fragrances are there. So you actually can connect to your entire environment through your senses. So the game plan as an entrepreneur is, yes, you want to actually get through all your disappointment. Yes, you want to get through your resistances, but how are you going to do it? How are you going to make it through is by take a breath right now and recognize that, well, looking over there or looking over here or looking at this spot, they're all different colors, but you can just look right now with your eyes closed and just detect that you could take a deep breath and feel like your upper chest. And then recognize you can feel like your middle chest. And you can feel the back of your chest, actually, your thorax, as it expands. And you can have it expand more on one side than the other. And what's so interesting is every motion you make, you can actually experience the sensation of it. You are this wonderful, dynamic, sensory organism that's meant to expand every moment in this source energy that is part of what we're all made of. And this part is what I brought back from China that you can connect to and allow you to be in the zone, to be in flow, and to actually make great decisions. So, like I said, this gentleman went back into his meeting and slam bam, in no time at all, he was so present to what everybody was saying that it didn't matter that they had any disagreements. He would go, well, you know, logically that could make sense, but this, and this is true. So really that, we've already tried that. And he was compassionate at the same time because he was sensing not that he had to drive through life, that he had to bully his way through everything and just get his point across. And that's what causes disappointment anyway, because you haven't given your best self, because you're not taking care of this self before you go out and do your entrepreneurial investigation for your new projects. So how do you take care of this self? Is you become this totally sensory, feeling the ground, feeling your chair, recognizing that, you know, you could have been, you know, this whole world, if it wasn't set up that this is the primary thing in, as far as experiencing your sensations in every single motion and in every single moment, if that wasn't so important, then they wouldn't be here. And plants, you would notice, like the green plant we were looking at before, it's like wouldn't have that dark green edge around the side and the light green underneath. All of that is put here for your reward, for your enjoyment. So even going into a negotiation, even going to work tomorrow, even going into your business today, whatever you're going to be doing, you're to be rewarded each moment with, what else am I feeling in my senses? What am I seeing? What am I hearing? You know, you can hear so many different sounds. You can hear melody, you can hear pitch, you can hear cadence. All of that puts you more and more in connection with the person who you're listening to. So whatever they say, you're going to be spot on before anybody else with the right answer. And then people are going to go, how did you come up with that answer? Well, because you're totally pulling in all the universal energy into your sensors. So you're really more balanced, which is another sense, than anybody else in the room. So you're actually being the captain of your ship as you're going through the ocean of life in meetings. So I really welcome you to use this practice. You can do it for 2 minutes. You can do it for longer, but just keep recognizing for moment after moment after moment that, oh, look at that light over there. Look at that color. I mean, I was with somebody the other day. We were walking on the street and we noticed that there was these, little puddles that were in the water. And the puddles in the water, I said, what do you see? He said, well, it's just some water on the asphalt. What are you talking about, Doc? And I said, well, what's really there for me is not only the water, but can you see how the sunlight is reflecting around the edge? And all those colors are there, those reflections or refractions. There's a blue and a green and all those different other colors that are there. And he goes, yeah, so what does that mean? I go, what it means is that wouldn't be there if it wasn't there for you to appreciate. That wouldn't be there if it wasn't part of why you're here and what will strengthen you, what will allow you to have your grade 8, which is what the Energy for Success entire organization's about, which is having you be able to accomplish all the different parts of what makes you a strong, in the zone, in the flow, successful person. So he said, well, okay, I'll start doing that. And then he started doing this practice every day. And he smiled at me. He says, I don't know what happened, but now I'm more efficient. I get along with more people. And I don't know why, except that I'm feeling good as I'm going through my day. And I said, because this is how you were meant to be through life. You're meant to be rewarded by what's here in each moment. Feel it, sense it, connect to it. No, don't just connect to like the fact that you're disappointed or, you're intelligent, the fact that, you've got a beef with somebody. That takes 3 seconds. That's like putting your hand near a fire. You know what that is. But who's operating all the senses in your body is you. And the more you can connect to those, the more you can be aware of those, to be alert, aware, accurate as you're moving through life, the more you're going to succeed. And as an entrepreneur, it's fun to succeed, it's fun to create, and it's fun to create again and succeed again. And I want that for you. Please share this video with your friends, like us on social. Check out our website, energyforsuccess.com. We've got so many things there for you that are both focused and deeper focus and even deeper focus for people that want to go further, farther, faster. But I'm Dr. B, and please send us back anything that you gained from doing this practice. Do it every day. Do it 3 times a day. It just takes 2 minutes. And then tell me where you crushed it, where you were able to make a big success. Maybe it was with an interpersonal relationship while you were creating a big deal. Maybe it was something that you were just thinking and wanted to be creative. All those you'll see are what you're meant to be enjoying this lifetime. And it comes that way rather than with the grit. I really loved being with you today. Thanks so much for being with us. See you soon.